Coming up Tuesday, Real Madrid in Ukraine to take on Shakhtar Donetsk. Real Madrid looking to bounce back after that loss to Sheriff on match day 2. But let's not forget, Shakhtar beat Real Madrid on both occasions last season, and points are an absolute necessity if the home side want to get out of the group. So Jimmy, how do you see this one unfolding?
Yeah, great question. This could be a bit tricky one for Real Madrid. Just the game that you mentioned in the Champions League last season in Ukraine, it was a 2-0 result with Shakhtar getting the win, and they're going to have a lot of similar players, Real Madrid. We're going to see a Rodrigo and a Vinicius and Benzema, most likely the front three in this, and that's going to be the same front three from what I'm seeing around the internet. So what I really want to say, though, is that Real Madrid come into this, just to remind everybody, because sometimes the international break throws you off and you just need that friendly reminder of what was happening in the club scene before. Losing to Sheriff and then losing to Espanyol for only the second time in like 100 years. So they're not necessarily coming in on a good form, and they didn't have a game this weekend, which I actually think hurts them a bit. Sometimes you need that game to know who your best 11 is, to see who's sharp heading into these big Champions League encounters. I think Atletico Madrid's going to suffer the same way against Liverpool because they didn't have that game to tinker, to see who is the sharpest going into this. And also, Shakhtar is unbeaten in their last 6, only lost once at home. I think if they can be on the front foot, this could be a good match for them to get a result. Now, Karim Benzema is now in the conversation for being the winner of the Ballon d'Or. Zidane came out and said Benzema should win the Ballon d'Or. Well, if that's the case, then somebody who could win the Ballon d'Or needs to put his team on his back and get the result. So let's see if Karim Benzema is up for it.
Yes, Jimmy, and I'm up for it because he's the only player that at the moment looks like the dangerous one, like the one who can get this Real Madrid back to what they were. Against Espanyol, I'm not talking about only results, because at the end, result are result. If you play well, if you are doing your job, if you got a plan where to lie on, okay, that's fantastic, because you know that at the end, you're going to get those results. But the problem is that Real Madrid, the feelings, the way that they are playing at the moment, they don't know really what they are going to do. Whether it's a plan B or it's a plan C. If it's Camavinga going to play as a holding midfielder, it's going to be Casemiro. What kind of player are you going to face? If they're going to play with the wide areas, or are you going to play with all the players got in the middle? And that's a big problem for Real Madrid, that they don't know what is the key way to play and win games. Against Shakhtar, there is a team that know how to hold that result, like they did against Inter in the previous game, and knowing that they come with confidence because they haven't lost a lot, because they won a 6-1 at the weekend, you know that you're going to have a lot of problems. You need these results because you cannot expect to win against Inter. These are the games that are going to make you go through. So a very difficult game for Real Madrid that only Benzema knows how to get on.
Yeah, it's a great point. And obviously, Shakhtar, having won at the weekend, scoring many goals, brings confidence going into this matchup. And Jimmy also makes a great point with this gap, obviously the international break and the form that you're in going into that international break. And it's such a long time between that and this game. So, yeah, this is a tricky one for Real Madrid. And realistically, when we look at the other game in the group, Inter against Sheriff, you could potentially be seeing Real Madrid bottom of the group at the end of this day if they lose this game. Now, the history, as you mentioned at the top there, Poppy, is so important. Shakhtar, no way to beat Real Madrid when Real Madrid were in better shape than they are right now. So it really is all down to Karim Benzema if he can have a performance and see if they can actually find a way, a tactical game plan to approach this Shakhtar game and get a result. I mean, a draw there for Real Madrid is not a bad result. I mean, they're already sitting on that one victory, so it gives them an opportunity to maybe have some breathing space. A point is okay for them. Just try not to lose this game. And I think when it comes down to it, I think Real Madrid will find a way. I'm impressed with Shakhtar, but not in the Champions League this season. I think they've been really disappointing. That first game against Sheriff was a massive disappointment and put them up against it. Now you're basically asking your team to go and beat Real Madrid to have any chance of, just any chance, not even to guarantee, to have any chance of getting out the group. I don't think it's going to be good enough. I think Real Madrid find a way. It might not be the prettiest of games, but I think Real Madrid with Big Ben's up top there will find a way to get the job done.